Welcome to Eric Unscripted. So I live in a state that's taken the lockdown and quarantine very seriously and done, the level of shutdown, stay in place, businesses are closed. The level of that here in California has been as strict and constant as anywhere else. I mean, pretty much everywhere, non-essential businesses were shut down for several weeks, a couple months. And in California, a lot of them really never reopened. We tried bringing back the bars and the dining rooms, and our number of cases exploded so badly that those things are gone now. So I've been stuck at home almost this entire time since the second week of March or whenever it officially happened. And I just figured I would talk about what have I been up to since then. So the things I've been most busy with. These things I do almost every day of the week, 5 or 6 days a week. One is I've really been focusing, especially in the last month, 2 months really, on getting ready to provide make some biology videos for the upcoming school year. I was pretty sure that we were going to have distance learning for this coming school year, and that is the case for sure for now. We don't know about the future, but I am not optimistic about the future. So I've been working on a lot of pre-recorded videos. I wrote 21 new scripts. I read off of a little teleprompter for those videos. And I've written 39,118 words since May 25th. That's a lot. I recorded 10 new videos, but in total I have 18 that are ready to go. And I'm going to start doing one a week starting maybe this week or possibly next week. In fact, YouTube's been my busiest hobby. I would say I've made 75 YouTube videos since quarantine started, and my channel in total has 200, 201, 202 videos. So that's a huge portion of the total videos I have. And the other really big thing is I completed my master's degree. Literally just the other day, on Tuesday, I turned in my very last assignment. I was in 2 classes this summer, so I had to do and summer classes are way shorter because the summer semester is shorter. But I had a lot of reading and writing to do because it was condensed. I probably wrote an additional 15,000 words, maybe 20,000 words. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to go count. Another thing that I've done just to keep myself from going crazy is I read 11 books during quarantine. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 9 of them. There was another Malcolm Gladwell book called The Tipping Point that I listened to that on Audible. I don't have the actual book. And I read a shortened version of, I listened on Audible to a shortened version of On the Origin of Species by Charles Darwin. I just figured I have this opportunity. I have to learn some stuff. I need to be productive. I can't just eat and make YouTube videos all day long. That just wouldn't be enough. I don't remember exactly when they opened up, but it was mid-June, the second the parks opened up, the next day, I was going out to Sequoia National Park, which I live right next to. It's an 2-hour drive from here. I think I made 6 total trips this summer in a 8-week span. I haven't been back for 3 or 4 weeks, and I don't know if I'll be going back anytime soon or not. But I love it up there so much. It's so relaxing, and it's just something to do. A couple weeks ago, I did take an official vacation. I drove out to Lake Tahoe all by myself. I stayed there for 2 nights, and that was such a good vacation. I was able to spread myself out from other people. I made a video on my channel with my GoPro of me exploring the area, so you can check out that video if you want to see what it was like. So I have these I went to Lake Tahoe in this new car that I got this year, which I'm kind of regretting getting that car because of the way everything is, but whatever. normally in the summer I would drive these cars every single day, but with everything shut down and just kind of being not exactly depressed, but just I don't have the motivation to get out of my house really and drive around. I haven't, neither of them have really been driven very much at all, which is really a shame because it's kind of the perfect time for it right now. The weather's great all year round in California. I can drive those cars 11 months out of the year pretty much. But I'm going to be busy now. It's summer. I have so much free time. For the most part, that's really it. I mean, I would say I spend probably 4 to 6 hours a day on average writing and reading, or in the past I was working on homework or just working on something. I would say those 4 to 6 hours a day are not at all wasted, which I feel pretty good about. I don't have TV, and I have like Amazon Prime, but I have not watched any shows until like just this last week. I sort of just ran out of stuff to do, and so I started watching the Grand Tour. I was going to the gym when they opened back up, and I was feeling really good about that because I was doing it with a lot of regularity. Now they're closed again, so that's kind of bumming me out. I have been playing a lot of guitar, but I've only really learned like 2 new songs this summer. So really what I should have done was try to improve on guitar, and I have gotten better, but the best way to improve is to make yourself do something you've never done before. And sadly, when I pick up the guitar, I usually just play like a dozen or so songs that I've known how to play for a while. So kinda, I guess shame on me, I wasted the opportunity with guitar there. Oh yeah, the other thing. My roommate has this book with 100 pizza recipes in it. So like for the last 6 weeks or something, I've been making 2 or 3 pizzas a week and primarily living off of those, which that's probably not the best thing right now because the gyms are closed again. But that actually, I love to cook, and that's actually been a cool thing, like making the dough from scratch and putting them together, making like really weird pizzas that I never would have before. I've loved doing that. And I've been playing a lot of Xbox. Again, just because there's nothing to do. Early off in quarantine, it was Call of Duty, Warzone, and then it's turned into Minecraft Dungeons and Minecraft in general, but especially Dungeons. Played that with a couple of my friends. So much we got all the way through all of the levels on the highest difficulty. And lately, I played tons of Rocket League, but I haven't played that in quite a while now. And then lately it's been the Halo Master Chief Collection, because again, what else is there to do? So because it's been quarantine, you're limited in what you can do. So what have I not been doing? Well, as busy as I've been with YouTube, my Extra Take series, which was for a while, going back like a year from today, and then for several months, that was sort of like the main thing on my channel. And it was a new thing for me, and I was doing lots of reading and research to make those videos. That's kind of gone away, and I don't know when it's coming back because it takes a lot of time to produce those. But right now, I'm using my YouTube channel for school. I'm probably going to shift my entire focus on YouTube to making educational videos for my students. Kind of for me too, because I will use them. But really, with this distance learning, I have to do the best I can for my students. And I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing with YouTube. So that's what I'm going to be doing with all of my time that I'm not working, starting next week when school begins. I was able to do some socializing. I have some really good friends just down the street, but over the last month, since the 4th of July, really haven't done hardly any. I mean, I would say, apart from my roommate, I probably socialize only 1 or 2 hours a week with any other person. That's been kind of depressing. I'm not working out, even though I could go in my yard and do all kinds of like body weight exercises for free. I just can't be motivated to, for whatever reason. I haven't been going on bike rides either, which that's another thing I could easily do. Although last time I tried to go for a bike ride, I got hit by a car, so there's a video on that too. my takeaway from this quarantine experience, I sort of threw myself into being very, very busy with a bunch of stuff, being in graduate school and teaching for, 2 months at the beginning of quarantine, and then graduate school throughout the summer. I've had no choice but to be busy with those things. But I also, the hobbies and stuff I talked about, I just sort of threw myself into them, and I never really had the opportunity to think about what's going on. I moved here a little over a year ago by myself. I didn't know anybody, and I haven't really expanded very far beyond a really small group of friends that I have. Fantastic friends. They mean a lot to me, but I guess I wasn't really paying attention to the way things were so much. So I would say, while mental health wise, I'm probably, I know I'm not doing as well as I was at the beginning of quarantine. There's some other stuff going on too that I'm not going to talk about. But I do think that I'm going to emerge out of quarantine as a better person. And quarantine's not over, but the next part of life begins, which is this brand new school year. So to me, I sort of am coming out of quarantine since I'm going back to work. Or at least I can say I should be. I hope I'm a smarter person, and I have a lot of stuff to show for it. I don't know if that's what being a better person is, but that's my situation. So that's my experience with it so far. No, real life-changing things to report. Nothing major happened with me over quarantine. I guess I was just really busy. So, thanks for watching.